Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining in. My name is Nevin Francis. I'm from GFK's Global Strategic Insights team. What we have here is key highlights from CES 2023 around smart home products and ecosystems. And one of the underpinning aspects is connectivity and compatibility of these smart home devices to deliver great experiences. So let's take a look at the agenda for today. We would go through some of the aspects of how smart home and using the ecosystem approach, it can deliver greater device-to-device connectivity. One of the key aspects to deliver that greater device-to-device connectivity is the Matter protocol, which helps in cross-band compatibility as well as enables to generate greater ease for the end consumer. And finally, by means of connecting these devices, we could also see new smart use cases originating from such an ecosystem approach. But before going forward, it is really crucial to recap some of the products that were already launched at IFA 22 and also what are the pillars for such a smart home ecosystem. Even at IFA 22, we saw a lot of these smart home products being launched, and we saw Matter protocol being playing at large at the event. And that was continued further on at CES. There are three major pillars to the whole smart home ecosystem. One is the ecosystem at large, where with increasing number of connected devices, you can see that there lies a great potential not in the individual use cases of the device, but the use cases which are generated by the interaction between these devices. Second is the aspect of software, how software can enable interoperability between different devices which are from different brands, different ecosystems, and how that can improve the benefits for the end consumer. You need not remember all the things manually or have a to-do list for all your smart products. Much rather, you can automate these tasks. And finally, connectivity. Brands are clearly digitizing their assortment to fit into the smart home ecosystems. And this can result in new use cases being developed that did not exist before. Hence, ecosystem software and connectivity are really important in delivering a great experience by the brand or the product to the end consumer. And this completes the whole smart home ecosystem. Now, when we mention ecosystem, one of the key protocols that is enabling that is also important. And Matter is one such. Matter also continued to be a star at CES 23, and more Matter-enabled protocols entered the market. Why exactly is Matter important? First is the aspect of interoperability. Devices can work irrespective of the brand together with each other. Why? Because it is made by a consortium which is supported by giants like Apple, Google, Amazon, and Samsung. It is reliable for local connectivity. It is secure from the point of development and how developers and users can use it. And finally, it is simple. All of these underpin and it trying to address some of the barriers to smart home adoption which existed previously. Now, speaking of some of the industry experts and what they opine about Matter as a protocol, they feel that as manufacturers that it can reduce the expensive licensing, and Matter-enabled devices can allow consumers to mix and match between ecosystems. It can also enable the consumers to be free of the periphery of the brand or free of the periphery of a particular ecosystem. Now, when they go to an aisle to buy a smart home product, they need not think whether X product would work with product Y. Much rather, they can focus on what their demand is, and that is exactly what would increase the adoption of smart home products. So, since we mentioned smart home products, let's take a look at what are the products that were actually launched, and let's start with home automation. On the left, you can see three major products launched by Nanoleaf. Nanoleaf launched two variants of its switch, one wired and one wireless, along with the bridge. All have built-in and motion light sensors. The Nanoleaf Skylight is a panel light which can be arranged in various shapes across your home. And the Nanoleaf Sync Plus technology allows to mirror the content of your television onto your lights, thereby creating a great ambience. All the products will support Matter protocol. A similar competitor, Signify, launched its Hue TV Sync app. It's a paid app in collaboration with Samsung Smart TVs and mirrors anything that's displayed on Samsung TVs. This could be one of the key competitions to the likes of Philips Ambilight. Philips Hue Resonate was one, and another product which was launched, which allows downward wall lights and allows all kinds of colors from warm to cool whites and color lights. Par 38 hue floodlights were also launched by Philips, and it's again available in white and color ambiances. Now, when you think of smart products, more often than not, each brand has a specific hub, and Homey Pro Hub is one such. It supports nearly every other protocol that exists from Zigbee to Z-Wave to Matter to Thread, infrared, and more, and claims to be a hub for almost 50,000 devices. It can also extend your infrared blaster by means of coupling with a Homey bridge. And as much powerful as it is, the cost is also so. And it's much more costlier than the previous version. Now, it's not just the home automation area which saw smart products being launched, but smart portfolio was also extending in the home appliances area, particularly in the robot area. Roborock launched its new flagship S8 Pro Ultra, 6,000 motor suction, double roller brush, 3,000 RPM strength brush, which scrapes dirt from your floors, just like the scrubbing action. And the robot is even intelligent to raise its brush by 6 millimeters when it is in a mop only mode and it is near a carpet. The dock doesn't just suck the dirt out, but also dries the pad after use. There were more variants from the likes of Dreamy with its X10 and L10, and also from Eufy. Another major robot competitor which was launched and demonstrated at CES 23 was the Florio A10. And one of the key differentiators of this robot was a docking station which could store up to 2 liters of water and had 40 clean disposable mop pads. Now, disposable mop pads is one of the interesting features because all the others have a fixed mop pad. And this could create a after sales market for the docking stations. And that was one of the key differentiator to nearly all the other robot vacuum cleaners and docking stations which were launched at CES 23. But the innovations in appliances didn't just limit itself indoors, it was also extended outdoors. Few examples are the EcoFlow lawn mower and the Rakio smart hose. The EcoFlow lawn mower doesn't just mow the lawn, but also collects the leaves. And it uses GPS and LiDAR to perform the automatic leaf collection. Rakio is not just a smart hose, but also detects weather forecasts and skips the watering routine if there is a particular rain forecast. It is $100 device which can convert your conventional hose into a smart irrigation system. So it is certainly one of those products which can generate greater savings and also create greater convenience for you as a user. But it's not just the conventional categories in tech and durables which are going smart. Even conventional categories like baby care are going high tech and smart. The Gluckskin Ella is one such. It claims to have AI powered features giving alerts to parents when there's something concerning or danger. It claims to have a hands-free mode which is still in beta testing and moves on its own when it is unoccupied and there's no baby in the stroller. And if the stroller gets a little too far away from the parent, there is an intelligent braking system which will kick in. It's a sort of mobility device for kids. And it also claims to have a rock my baby feature. So now you don't have to actually rock your baby if you have a Gluckskin Ella, as there is a basic automated feature for that. And there is also a built-in white noise reduction machine. That's one very interesting feature that was introduced into this high-tech stroller. One more additional interesting baby care product which was launched was a baby cam, which also is an entertaining toy set. It claims to play music, track baby metrics of sleep, and it can monitor your baby, but also plays melodies when the baby is actually crying. One of the most interesting aspects that this product claims to have is a one-off decoder that can determine the cause of crying. It can really be a relief for parents who really sometimes are puzzled as to why the baby is crying. And certainly one of the products that can be interesting for new parents. But it's not just these conventional products where you need to have a smart feature by means of an app or voice, which you can call smart. Smart can also be by means of a technology stack or by means of connecting multiple smart things together. And one such example is Android's technology stack. Android and Chrome trying to improve the cross-device experience. And by means of doing this, what they're trying to do is recognize your proximity to a device and give you prompts as different devices are in your physical location. One very good example to explain this is, suppose you're listening to a podcast in your car. The moment you get out of the car, it would be transferred to your mobile phone or to your headphones. The moment you enter a home, it could be transferred to the speaker inside your home. And in case you're in front of the TV, it could get transferred to your television. So you'd see media notification asking you to transfer the audio to your most nearby device or your most proximity device. And Android is said to be working with Spotify and YouTube to improve this experience. Similarly, Harman and Samsung demonstrated their ReadyCare solution. The ReadyCare solution claims to have cameras and sensors placed inside a car, and that works along with a wearable. For example, the Galaxy Watch to determine a driver's state of mind, which includes cognitive distraction, visual distraction, or drowsiness. Now, based on these various parameters, the ReadyCare solution can actually change multiple parameters in the car to improve safety. For example, if the driver is really drowsy, it can increase the volume of your music so that you stay alert. If the driver is really stressed and your wearable detects that your heart rate is too high or your stress level is too high, it'll enable stress-free routing. And this can mean you could get diverted to a slightly longer route where there's less amount of traffic or less amount of weather-related issues, even if it means taking a longer route to reach the end destination. And these are done by means of checking the stress levels on your wearable. And these kind of cross-device experiences are trying to create greater value for the end consumer, which makes it more safe, generate more savings, and at the same time are open, seamless, and convenient. Now, we have seen a couple of products and we have also touched base on some of the themes. And hence, I'd like to summarize what all we saw in this short session. We saw that smart devices demonstrate their inter-product connectivity, and this interactivity will result in new use cases being developed. These new use cases could include anything from sustainable lifestyle or better entertainment and can range from delivering greater convenience to the end consumer, generating more savings for the end consumer, or anticipating the needs of the consumer and addressing them proactively. It can also allow for a high level of personalization, like you saw with the Android technology stack. To finally comment, I would say that, or summarize, I would say that smart home ecosystems and Matter protocol have taken convenience, personalization, and compatibility one step further. Let's keep a watch on this in the next events. And thank you for listening in.